Last time, we introduced you to Mt Rainier. It is one of the premier mountaineering destinations of North America. The journey was an arduous climb, ascending thousands of feet with heavily laden packs in steep, treacherous, and mountainous conditions. We passed through a labyrinth of crevasses and avalanche threats that were looming nearly everywhere around us. Mt Rainier is a serious training ground for expeditions planning attempts to climb such peaks as Denali and Mount Everest. So it is no small task to climb Mt Rainier. Join us as we attempt to summit Mt Rainier. We just woke up and it's midnight. We've got 4,400 feet of vertical ascent to climb to reach the summit. The conditions are perfect. Nice crisp snow, so we've got climbing to do.
I personally derive a lot of strength and power from being up here. It helps kind of drive me through times when I may be tired or struggling or need to put that extra gear in to help somebody else. But there's also a sense of physical and mental challenge where you're pushed to limits and you have to find that reserve tank of gas. Often you can have tough days, but incredibly rewarding. There's a sense of adventure when you don't know what you're going to get up here, whether it's big storms or wind, or maybe a beautiful day like today. Also a sense of danger. You're crossing crevasses or snow bridges. Yesterday coming up the lower Couts, all day long we had seracs and ice blocks falling down and crashing down the mountain.
At this point, 2,000 feet below the summit, after a long, steep, arduous ascent of the Couts Glacier, we surrendered to the mountain.
It's all right.
It'll take forever.
Yep.
That's the only way I see us getting down here.
Here's what we got. We just came up this chute back here, and it was an incredible ordeal to get up here, and it'll be even more difficult to go down. So we're thinking we're not even going to be summiting. We're in a salvage survival mode. We got to go up over and to an easier exit out of here.
Based on the conditions, the time of day, the condition of the team, and the remaining climb, we're going to decide to alter the route, go up and over, and descend a different route.
Yeah. And we will not be the first people who've done that.
We started thinking about our new plan and the amount of work to seek another route compared to descending the same way we climbed. And we had all the skill to accomplish that original plan. So, the group relaxed and we began to plan our descent.
When I'm climbing, I don't think about anything. I'm completely focused on what I'm going to do, where my feet are going to go, where my hands are going to go. I'm in the zone, all right? Completely concentrating on the risk involved and how to minimize my exposure to the risk. The risks of climbing, of course, are falling, sliding off the snow, stumbling, and triggering an avalanche, and also falling when you're ice climbing.
The mountain experience is intense. There are strong winds, exposure to the elements, altitude, heavy packs, and loads of gear. You can add something simple like a blister on a heel or a twisted ankle, or perhaps even lacking familiarity with the territory. All these variables add up, stressing and fatiguing climbers on a mountain, potentially affecting the success of their climb. Under such extremes and intense conditions, and the interdependence and reliance of group members on each other, all those factors really build a unique bond.
One of the biggest opportunities that I've noticed from the 9 years that I've been taking trips like this is developing friendships with the people that you climb with.
Stu speaks of building a deep camaraderie and sense of teamwork with climbing partners. Climbers are dependent on each other's actions in order to achieve the goal of summiting.
You find a few friends that want to do it and plan it, prepare, train, and go. Come back and relish in the memories. It's awesome. The other thing about mountaineering and climbing in general, I think, is the bond you've developed with other climbers. Whether you've climbed with them or not, everybody has stories and experiences that are in essence the same thing, and you can relate and talk all day about what you've done, what they've done, their experiences, what they learned. It makes you bond with people you wouldn't expect, and you find this common interest.
Perhaps even an addictive interest.
It is quite an addiction. As soon as you do it and you're done with it, you want to come back and you start planning and looking forward to it next year. I can't wait to come back and get another fix of the mountain.
That fix he speaks of is even difficult to part with when you're there. Mt Rainier is an incredible place to visit. And if you're a mountaineer, it's a grueling endeavor to climb the mountain, but rewarding beyond belief. We've got almost 5,000 feet of descent to get back to civilization, so we've got a long hike ahead. But it's nice to sit back and take in one last view, a reward of being on the mountain.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.